Hello and welcome. This is week number 41, day number 3, and we are approaching the end of the week. And today we are talking about how when you discover, let me rephrase that, when I discovered the secret world of private money lending, it led me to stable retirement income. And so today I want you to follow me in this journey. I want to show you what I do every single day. And I want to tell you why stable retirement income is better treated from when you generate it from real estate. And the easiest way to do that, the hands-free way to do that, is to place your capital in real estate, whether you are the operator of that piece of property or you trust somebody to do it for you. In my case, I do both. I go in and I control some properties, and then in other cases, other people control the property, and then I just go in and place my capital with them. I don't have to do anything. So if you're one of those people that have deals, have real estate transactions, and you are looking for capital, let me know. I'm always doing two things. I have always this revolving door of capital. People kind of see me as a resource to secure their retirement accounts, their IRAs, 401ks, savings accounts, even some liquid cash they may have somewhere. And I really do my best to find transactions every single day, either from us or from other people, or simply just pass on the investments to them if they're capable enough to handle the transaction. So that way, the capital is preserved, and we're not just having it stagnant somewhere. So I'm always looking for people to send me their deals, so we can buy. Me and my community, we can buy those deals. So if you're somebody out there that has transactions and you're looking for funding to raise private money, let me know. Please let me know. Contact me below. Also, if you're somebody that doesn't want to do the work, but you have some money laying around, also let me know below. Let's chat. Send me an email. Contact me. The information is below. But today we are more or less explaining how to access this wonderful world of private money lending. It's fantastic. That's what I do. The majority of the time, I'm using our capital to put into deals that we find, but sometimes, we don't like the location or the situation with the property, so we pass on those deals. And those deals either go to our network. Some of the people in our network, they're real estate agents, so some of them end up with them. But others, go to our buyers that we're connected to, etc. So we're always here to make sure that your capital is preserved and that it's being put somewhere. When I discovered this secret of private money lending, as I always say, I started doing it at the county. I was lending money to the government. That's the first time that I became a private money lender. The government is always looking for private money lenders. And so even the federal government in the form of bonds and government securities, etc. But then it goes down to the local level. So there are local municipalities, cities, townships that also offer bonds, but they also offer tax liens and deeds. So with that being said, you are you can get your feet wet very quickly if you secure your capital through a tax lien, right? But then you graduate into being proficient in taking other types of liens to secure your capital, such as a mortgage or deed of trust, right? And so when you do that, your money is secure. So you have to just be careful that the operator is trustworthy, just like in the case of the county. The county is trustworthy, and you know the county is trying their best to talk to the homeowner so that they pay their taxes. And if they don't, then you get a tax deed and you get control of a property for pennies on the dollar. So that is the upside there. But today, what we're doing is we are calling homeowners and showing you how we find opportunities. And as we go through the opportunities, we will explain some of these opportunities, right? So number one thing to remember is that when raising capital, so if we're raising money for to do deals, the first place I go to is not the bank. You know, banks make a lot of money from lending your money that you have in your bank account right now. It's not there. Your money, your bank account says a certain amount, but that money is not there. You and I both know that. So the bank, what they do is they lend out that money. So banks are lenders. They're institutional lenders, most of them, or all of them. I'm not an expert, but this is what I discovered is that they're institutional lenders. And then there are private money lenders, such as hard money lenders, right? In my opinion, hard money lenders charge too much. So, and then they run a business. So the way we operate here is we don't run a lending business. We run a real estate business, right? Which is different. But within that, we also have, or we live in the world of lending or borrowing. So we're borrowing, lending all the time. We're buying properties, selling properties. So that's the world of real estate. You're borrowing, lending, and then you're buying, selling, right? Those are the two sides of real estate because it takes money and it takes transactions, right? And so with those two things in mind, here is the little bit of the secret that I discovered is that we can operate in those two sides of the equation. We can operate in the borrowing, lending, and then we can operate in the buying, selling. Okay. So with that being said, we're always looking for two things: deals and lenders. Always private money lenders. Always. That's just what we do in real estate. So if you're going to be an operator, you have to think that way. And I don't think there's anyone out there saying anything different than what I just said, because it's just the truth, right? So within that though, what we want to accomplish is buy the property, right, for as great a discount as we can get, as it's reasonable, right? And then we want to get funds that are secure, number one, and we want to have also a win-win with our private money lenders, right? So typically, you know, I pay anything from 5% all the way to 12%, depending on someone's situation, right? And they tell me what they want to receive. You know, it could be 1 year term, it could be 5, 10-year terms. I prefer 10 years because then, you know, we're both benefiting from the appreciation of that asset, right? So it just depends how we structure every individual transaction. So, but where do we get most of these lenders? Where can we find these lenders? Well, the first thing I do is I ask the seller to be my lender all the time. Been doing this for years and years. You know, because I started this journey Uh-oh, Amber Alert. Sorry about that. Kidnapped child. Well, we said prayer. I always breaks my heart when I see that, because I have children, you know, so we say a prayer for this child, you know, that Lord protect this child. But without losing my train of thought, the seller is the #1 private money lender. They can sell or carry. So right now we have a few transactions. You heard, let me see how many conversations ago. It was 3 conversations ago. We got somebody calling in. And I have my notes of all my videos here next to me. So if you see me looking this way, my computer is right here. And I'm looking at my notes from previous videos so I can keep things, you know, straight in my head. But so 3 days ago, or 3 videos ago, we had a seller call, desperate, you know, feel so bad for the guy. So we already sent a contract. We have that property under contract today. So the deal is, you know, they owe $350 something for their house. So we're giving them between around $15,000 for them to move. And then we're taking over the mortgage payments. And then it becomes our asset, right? So we're helping them move. We're getting a moving truck for them. We're moving them ourselves because he has Parkinson's disease and the wife is older. And so she would have to do the whole job herself. And so that breaks your heart. So sometimes, you know, we just want to care for people, you know, and then hopefully in there, you know, they can see, you know, that we live according to the Bible. So that's what we want to do, show them. But anyway, so we are, you know, taking over their mortgage payments. We're taking over their debt. And that asset is going to appreciate over time. Hopefully we'll keep it for the full remaining term of the 28 years that it has on that loan. So they are pretty much allowing us to take over the mortgage payments. But sometimes when the property is paid off, right, that seller, we will ask if he or she wants to finance that property to us. And so that's how we get the funds for that property. Then we, you know, they typically ask for a down payment. In this case, we take over the mortgage. So we have to give $15,000 around there to the seller for them to, you know, move on. And so that those funds, the 15,000 is, you know, we go to a money friend and we ask, you know, a capital friend if they want to be a part of the transaction, you know, and so they could even, you know, stay in the transaction, you know, but most of the time we cash them out within a year or two, right, until we find more permanent capital or debt on the asset. So that's kind of like how we like to do it. You need a great attorney to help you with this, you know, an attorney will tell you, hey, you shouldn't do this, or you should structure it like that, or whatever, you know. So let me just now kind of switch gears. So that is the #1 place where we ask or we raise capital from is the sellers. Okay, so now with that being said, I need to get some phone calls done to find some opportunities like the one I just described. We have a ton of properties under contract right now, so I have to get to those. But before I do that, I have to make these calls, so I'm in a rush. Okay, so now I'm gonna get this guy Gregory. Let me see, this came from direct mail. When today, so I don't want to hit them up. The ones from today, I want to reach out to the people that have been waiting for a call for a couple days at least. So let me go through this right here. So I use a CRM system to keep track of the leads. And we are going to look at this lead. And the first thing I do is I kind of read through the notes to make sure I'm not getting lost here. And no one is falling through the cracks. Okay. So people in California, I'm going to call later. Let's see here. All right. So I'm in the East Coast, so I have to only, kind of consider the time zones and stuff, because although most of the properties that we look at are in Florida, we also go into other states and target people, motivated sellers. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this property here, Sanford. Sanford. Okay. So the first thing I do is I drop the address to on Zillow, just to see, get a glimpse of what is going on. Okay. So on Zillow, when you look at any Zillow property, for the majority of them, you get I'm looking at text messages from sellers, so I apologize, a little slow here. Off market, the estimate is $216,000. The rent estimate is $1,700, right? And then the estimated refi payment is $1,262. So you look at two rules here: is the overall cost of the property shouldn't be more than or less than 1% of the monthly rent. So in order for us to pass that first smell test, you do $216,000. You should take at least $2,100 and $60 per month in rent, right? So it doesn't pass it. But then you go, the difference between the estimated refi payment and the rent estimate. And the difference is, so the rent estimate is $1,700 And then the estimated refi payment is $1,262. So the difference in between there could be, you know, 500 at least. And the reason I say that is because their current mortgage is much less than the 1262, because that number, the estimated refi payment, is always higher, right? Always higher, interest rates and whatnot, right? So this property didn't pass the first rule, which is called the 1% rule, but it did pass the second rule, you know, where the payments are lower than the rent. So that passes the second smell test. So this is good. So now our job is to get it below $216,000. So now what we got to do is we got to talk to this seller. Let's see. Asking price 220. So they want 220. You know, so it's even higher. No repairs, new AC, kitchen, currently rented at $1,200. He's owned it for 40 years. If you finances it, so he doesn't have mortgage, it doesn't seem like. Okay. Time frame, he needs time to sell it because there's a tenant. Okay, great. All right, so this is good. Let's see. Steve is his name.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Okay, so no answer. And that's how it typically, you know, you just have to make a lot of calls. That's what takes the time, is people not always available, nor answer on the first try. Okay. All right, so let's go on to so what we do is we just, you know, put it in a sequence, another bucket in our funnel called, you know, we attempted contact but didn't respond, you know. Put it there, then we move on to the next. Okay, this one is in Orlando. So let's take a look. And now that I explained how that system works, those little two rules of thumb, now I look at this and I can go faster. So see, the estimated refi payment is 2604 and the estimate here is 2550. So I want to know why they're wanting to sell and what the deal is. Condition of the property. The property is in good condition. Made some updates. 5-bedroom, asking 500,000. So they're asking even way more than it's worth. Planning to downsize. I wonder if, you know, maybe they, let's see when they purchased it. Transaction history real quick. 2011. So they've owned it for a while. So let's see here. Maybe they refinanced it.
Hello?
Yes, good morning, Yoda.
Yeah,
Yes, good morning. This is Ben. How are you?
I'm going good.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear. Good to hear. Ready for the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. I was calling you back about your property there on Baltimore Woods Lane. I know that you spoke to my associate about you might be thinking about selling it. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, if I got a good offer,
If you have a good offer, okay. What would be a good offer for you? Like, what price were you thinking?
600,000.
Did you say 500,000?
600.
Oh, 600.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And do you currently have a mortgage on this property?
No.
No mortgage, so you own it free and clear.
Yes.
Okay. And do you live on the house in the house?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, I was looking at the Zillow price. The Zillow price is 410,000. So you're about $200,000 too high for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll check with you later. Maybe situation changes or whatnot. I'll keep you on my list. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye. That I won't even pay terms on that. No deal at all. She wants. Okay. So this is very long term. Long-term nurture, maybe. Okay. So now let's call Alan. He's in Kissimmee. Let's see. 353. Okay, so estimate refi is 2255, and his estimate is 2500. So it would barely cash flow, but hopefully his mortgage, if he has one, is lower. Okay, notes. Property in good condition, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, no asking price yet. He's moving out of state. Time frame 4 to 5 months. Mrs. Allen. Too early to tell. Call back. Number is ready. Okay. So let me call her now. No answer. Call just disconnected. Okay, so with her, Leslie Allen. Okay, attempt to contact Roy. Let's see. right, let's see this here. Oviedo. Okay, 507, 3,300. It would barely cash flow by $200. Okay. This is very nice house. So let's see what the asking price is. 250. Are you kidding me? Totally devastated by the flood. Oh, gotcha. He wanted to sell this property. It is in a flood area where it's soaked by flood already. So the property received total damage. They're planning to contact an engineer to raise the original structure and build a new structure on it. He knows the value of the property in the area. It's amounting to 500,000 if it is in good condition. But if we will buy the property as is, he can sell it at the asking price. He will walk away and will not contact an engineer anymore. Okay. Wow. Okay. This should be fun. Let's see. It's in a totally devastated by the flood. Feel bad.
Hello, Roy speaking.
Hey, good morning, Roy. How are you? This is Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, so I was calling you back about your property on Lake Street. You had spoken to my assistant about, the unfortunate situation. The property got flooded and so forth. So I was trying to see if we can kind of talk about it. I might be interested.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was. So you were in the path of the flood, huh? What happened? So did the water go all the way to the roof? I mean, how bad is the damage?
It's the CMU is really not damaged. It's more the drywall and everything inside is pretty much destroyed.
Gotcha. Okay. Understand. Do you happen to have any pictures at all?
I probably do. Are you from the engineering firm? I'm trying to place where you're from.
No. You spoke to my associate. I want to buy your property.
Oh shit. I need an engineer to start working on plans for raising it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Is this the woman I spoke to who called me?
Yes.
Yeah, because I told her, I'll be honest with you, I'd walk away from it for the 250. I could probably get you pictures, but how long would it take you to make a decision? Because I have to move on either renovating it or selling it.
Yep. It would take me, as soon as I look at the pictures and so forth, I just gotta come and see it. I'm right here in Daytona, so I can just drive down. I gotta see the pictures first, then I get in the car, go drive, see it, and then as soon as I do that, we can make a decision right then and there.
Then because I'm meeting with the engineer on Wednesday. So give me the weekend. Actually, I'll probably have some pictures over to you tonight.
Okay.
I know what because I was getting offers when we were living in it. So I know what houses in the area are going for. So the 250 is firm. So if from the pictures you can't do that, just don't even move forward, because I really can't negotiate, because I still have a home equity out on it. So it really makes sense for me to go ahead and renovate it rather than just sell it for less than that. So the 250 would be the threshold, but I'll get you pictures over, and if it looks like something you're interested in, reach out to me.
Okay, you got it. That sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir.
You got it.
Hold on.
Yeah,
who do I send this to?
I was just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna send you a text with my email address.
That would be great.
Okay, and my name is Ben.
Okay.
Ben, last name is Marks. Okay, so I'll text you my info.
Okay, sounds good, sir.
You got it. Likewise. Bye-bye. That was funny. Wait. Who do I send it to? We'll send it to me. I'll send you this information. But that's great. It does not sound, to be honest with you. I have dealt with flood houses. I'll tell you a quick story. One time, this property, what they did, what happened is the pool, they had a very large pool. It was really deep. And a lot of people don't realize that you're not supposed to drain all the water out of the pool because it can crack the foundation. And that's exactly what happened in this property. So at the bottom of the pool, you could see a crack, like just going from, you know, north to south, and all the water, you know, it was just seeping out through the bottom. They probably kept refilling it with water. Oh, it's no big deal. It's going into the ground or whatever. But before you know it, guess what happened? The water was going under the house as well. And they started noticing that moisture, you know, was coming from the ground up into the house. And eventually it ruined it flooded the entire house from the bottom up, right? Because they didn't realize that. And when I say flooded, just the moisture just went into the house. So when you walked into the house, every wall, even the ceiling, you know, everything was moldy. Just the complete disaster, and they couldn't get rid of it. So I went, I looked at it, took pictures of it and stuff, and I said, here's what we can do, etc. So I've dealt with this situation before, except this is in a floodplain as well. So, you know, it's gonna be difficult. So I'm looking at the map now, and oh yeah, he's waterfront, and this is Lake Jessup. Okay. Oh yeah, he's absolutely waterfront. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna text him now. Great speaking with you, boy. Here's my email address. And here's my contact info. There we go. It's easier. So I just have to copy paste. Okay. All right. And then this property is, I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking out loud now. I would never keep this property myself. So this is going to be a straight wholesale. But it is an opportunity, right? So we can just assign that contract to a buyer. So if you are somebody out there that wants to have a beautiful lakefront property, you contact me. My information is below, the same info I'm sending him. Okay. So boom, sent, done. We have a potential deal just like that. Okay, so now I go back to my CRM and just make the notes. And I talk to my machine here. Hopefully will let me, let's see. He owns a house that is waterfront in Lake Jessup, and it got completely flooded during the storm last year, so he was telling me that we got to move fast, period. I confirmed everything on the notes, so everything was completely accurate, period. I provided my information, and he will send pictures tonight, and hopefully we can assign this one, period. This is a straight wholesale deal, period. Okay, I'm going to send it to one of my contacts right now and see if he's interested. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so over here. Send the address. ARV is 2. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see if he's interested in this deal. Okie doke. So let's see. Okay. So now we move him to appointment set. Negotiating. Takes. Yeah, let's put it there. Okay. I created a funnel stage. It's called Whatever It Takes. It just tells me that I want to really pursue it. Okay. So now let's talk to Patricia here. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this is an okay lead. Valrico. Where is that? Valrico. Oh wow. It looks not too bad. Let's see. It looks like a good potential discounted house. This is close to Tampa. Okay, this is cool. Let's see the notes right quick. Interested in selling. Consider rent to own. They are not selling, instead offered this one. Okay. Okay. Let's see here, Patricia. Where?
Hello, please leave a message after the tone.
Hello, Patricia. This is Ben calling you back. Let me know when you have some time. I can call you right back, or you can always reach me at this number 407 Whenever you have a moment. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now. Notes. No answer. Okay. All right. So moving on to that next stage. Okay, Lois. I never know the right spelling. Okay, let me take a look at this. These guys are really motivated. Somebody just texted me. Okay. Oh, this might be another potentially good deal. Okay. Okay, condition of the property, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, good shape. Currently rented, so they want 300,000. No particular reason. Okay. Let's see.
Hello?
Hey, good morning, Lois. This is Ben. How are you?
I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Ben, B-E-N.
Okay.
Yeah, I was calling you back. You had spoken to Alex, my associate, and you mentioned that you might be interested in selling your property.
Which one?
Oh, the one on Barn Way.
I might be. I haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided, okay? Yeah, it sounds like you have other rentals.
Yes.
Okay, so you that's I assume you've been doing this for a while then.
Yep.
Okay.
40 years.
4
40.
or 40. Okay, that's a while.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a real estate. I need to tell you up front, I'm a real estate broker.
You're a real estate broker. Understand.
Mhm.
Understand. That is fantastic. Well, maybe there's some way we can even work together here, because that's what we do. Are you still very active?
I'm not active at all. I only take care of my own things these days.
Okay. Are you buying more?
No.
No.
Never.
Okay.
No,
Got-
I've been selling stuff.
You've been selling stuff. Okay. So
Mhm.
so you've been selling just to retail buyers or investors? Give me an idea.
So, well, I sold a couple of things to investors because I didn't want to have to do all the work to fix them up. But I sold some things to private buyers too.
Gotcha.
So,
Do you have any?
are you an investor? Or are
I
you
am.
wanting to buy it and fix it up? Or are you wanting to live there?
I want to buy and fix up. Do you have anything like
Okay.
that?
Not at this moment.
Not at this moment.
Barn Way's in pretty good shape. I just I've got people who've been there about 7 or 8 months that I went in and did a whole lot of, new kitchen cabinets, new appliances, painted everything, including ceilings. So it's in pretty good shape.
Gotcha. Okay.
Their lease is going to be up in, I think September.
September. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I can call you back a couple of months, well, a month or so before that.
Well, close enough. I would do something if I'm going to do something. I actually want about 300 for that house because I know the one across the street that's almost identical sold for in the 300 range.
300.
And then there's one just a few doors away. Just it's only adjoining street that sold for that in the 300 range. So I'm pretty, I'm pretty, and it's a great neighborhood. There's a community pool and all kinds of stuff over there.
Nice. What about the rent? What are the rents for that property?
I can get like about 1950 is what I'm going for now, but I would think you can get more than that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because the school district is best in the county.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let me ask you this: would you be interested in doing the whole portfolio, selling it?
I don't know, but it would have to be a cash deal. I don't want to finance anything.
Okay, cash deal. Okay. Let me ask you, just being curious here, because I do have, ability to, maybe we could do something like that. How many properties are we talking?
I've got 5 condos in Winter Park. I've got that one on Barn Way, and I've got the one on Mesa Court, which is a 3-bedroom split plan house.
Okay.
Nice area.
Okay.
And I've done some recent updates to that one. But she's supposed to be moving the end of the month, and I plan to do some more updates.
Gotcha. Wow, you're really busy. You really are busy with these properties.
I've had my real estate broker's license for about, 40 years. 40
years. Wow.
Yeah, I at one time was managing for other people and myself, and I was really busy then.
Yeah, I bet. What do you think about like the current market? How long has it been since you haven't done management or transactions for other people?
Well, I manage my own. I do occasionally. I still have the broker's license, and I occasionally help somebody out a little bit, and get a commission for it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But sure. I'm getting on up there, so I'm not active with it anymore.
Oh, you don't sound like you're getting up there. You sound in your prime. That is for sure.
I've sold a couple of houses in the last couple of years.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
what do you think of the market nowadays?
I think it's still wonderful.
Yeah.
Orlando, we're going to keep going.
We're going to keep going.
It's no place to go but up. I don't see any kind of, because we were prices here were less than they are in many other parts of the country. We got a lot of people still coming here from, other places, and the prices, even though they've gone up a hell of a lot, they're not what they were paying someplace else. That's right. So that's right. The market's still moving. Yeah, especially people coming from up north. I have up north, and I've run into some California people lately too. That's right. Absolutely. That's why I was asking you about the portfolio, because I know a couple people from New York and stuff that they're like, man, if you can find anything, we don't really care if it's close to retail value. They're just trying to grab, because they know what you just said, which is our prices are still low, comparatively speaking, right? And so, and they're expecting, everybody's expecting, for prices in Florida to be more comparable to some of the northern states, but we're not there yet, like you said. Nope. So, nope. And the people are coming here, not just to retire because of the weather, but they're also coming here because we don't have state taxes. That's right. State income taxes. And there's a lot of people that are paying state income taxes. I think we're only one of about 5 states that don't have state income taxes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And it's, it's great. And the weather, and anyway. Yeah. And we got a break also. We got a break from the heat too. We get mild weather, so it's not like it's always hot like in Miami. Wonderful here in the wintertime. I've been here since before Disney. So, I can appreciate it. So you've seen the entire growth of Orlando. You pretty much have. Oh yeah. It's continuing to grow. Yeah. They've gone into some of the older areas and redone the houses. Yeah, I'm up in Daytona area, and I remember when I used to drive from Daytona to Orlando.
And there was, you know, still a lot of vacant land and stuff, but not anymore. I mean, there's stuff being built everywhere.
Yep.
So
I'm pretty much semi-retired, you know. I've moved over to Cocoa now, and
I see, yeah.
I sold my house that I had for 40 years last year and came over here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, but my
Cocoa
real
is beautiful.
properties are
Yeah.
still in Orlando, so it's an aggravation.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I've got 5 condos in Winter Park, and it's their own. Their Winter Park address, which you know gives them a lot of credence, but they're actually on Goldenrod Road.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of the older complexes, but they're in the process right now of going in there, and they're putting in new the electric boards. They have to have new ones because the old ones are, you know, really old.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're aware, if you've been doing real estate a long time, I'm sure you're aware of what's happening with that.
Yeah.
So they're redoing the porches, they're redoing the screen porches, they're redoing lots of stuff over there.
Wow.
So we're about to get hit with a big, you know, either a one-time thing or what they want to do, what the management company Centric.
Yeah.
And they're wanting to spread it out over 10 years, which would still make it, you know, so you can have affordable rent. But the rents over there are really good for what they are.
Yeah. I know the area.
Yeah. And I've considered selling the whole thing as a package.
Yeah, that's what I think is, you know, I think that makes it a win-win for you, and then for the buyer, you know, because you know they get a portfolio and so forth. Like I said, I have two buddies of mine that they're like, man, anytime you see something, I mean, I do buy and hold some things, you know, and then flip others, you know. I'm just very active.
That's what I've been doing for 40 years. So.
You know the drill.
Are you a broker now?
No, I'm not a broker. I was thinking about getting my license, but I ended up just hiring somebody that has their license, you know, and I'm like, you know what, you just do that. But no, I never got my license. Yeah, just buying and keeping some things and flipping others. But yeah, I mean, let's if you wouldn't mind, I mean, give it some thought, you know, as far as like how much you would like for the, you know, 7 properties here, and then we can chat further.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
I kept them up really well. You know, the condos I've kept up. They're in good condition. So I have a grandson who's an electrician, but he doesn't live here, but he comes down and does stuff for me all the time.
Oh, that's
so I've been able to keep them up really well. I actually have 3 grandsons who do this kind of work. So
nice.
You know, so they're in good condition.
Yeah.
I especially would be interested in doing the condos as a package. Okay.
Especially those. Okay, we could do it that way. We could do like the 5 condos just in one package, and then we'll talk about the other. Whatever. Listen, so the main thing here is just sort of like arranging this in a way that you would like it to be arranged, you know, price wise and package wise and sort of like, you know, we want to work with you in terms of what you think is best.
Yeah, well, I can sell them myself. I still have the license and the skills.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I'm
just tired of fooling. I'm 82 years old. I'm just tired of fooling.
Yeah, we just ended up buying 3 duplexes here in actually north of Daytona. You know Palm Coast.
Yeah, that's a good area for you to have.
Yeah, very good. And see, the thing about Palm Coast is that there's not a whole lot of multifamily here. There's it's mostly houses. So
Mhm.
so we've been talking to some builders and stuff, and they're like, man, I don't know how nobody was building any type of duplexes, triplexes, and 5+ units. There's nothing like that really here. I mean, finally they're starting to do that, but they haven't done this for the whole time. So that's a good opportunity in Palm Coast. So we just closed on 3 of them.
Nice.
Just when was it? 2 days ago, something like that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
nice. Yeah. I had a duplex for a while. Well, I've had several duplexes over the years, but then I had one really long term, and I sold it just a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And
Where was it?
it was out on Bonneville Road, which is just south of where you can get off the freeway,
Mhm.
going off of Colonial Drive.
Okay. Yep. I know where that's at. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good rental area. For
It's
sure.
gotten nicer over the years.
Mhm.
When I first got it, the area was, it was amazing. They had condos or duplexes over there. So.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. Well, this is great. Great.
I think
talk.
you're on the right track.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate it. I do my best.
For me because that's what my trade was, and I'd find people who wanted to sell something
Mhm.
and then take my commission and use it for the down payment.
Oh, that's nice.
But I got into it when interest rates were like 15, 16%.
I know people tell me about that, and it's just
It was killer. It was just absolutely killer.
Yeah.
My husband was alive then, and he supported my efforts, but it took me a while to make me money.
Oh man, yeah. Real estate is really is not a sprint, that's for sure. It's a slow game. It's a slow game, and it's a very steady. And you have to be very strategic in real estate, because the first thing is reputation, right? If you blow your reputation, I mean, my goodness, that's a killer right there. You have to have good reputation.
Absolutely. You gotta bend with the wind.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. And then from there, just kind of make relationships and eventually, snowballs. So
yeah. Yep.
But man, that is fantastic. I've enjoyed talking to you, Lois. Let me know. This is my phone number. I can text through here. I don't know if you text on this number. Let's stay in touch. I'll touch bases with you, let's say middle of next week. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah. Let me think about what I want to do there.
Mm-hmm.
The condos especially.
Okay.
And I might sell those as a package.
Okay. That sounds
But the rents are pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting anywhere from 9 to 1,400.
1,400. Okay. That's nice. I'm writing this down.
And we're talking they're either they're small. I only have a couple of them that have bedrooms, and so one of them is an efficiency, and 2 of them are just 1 bedroomers.
1 bedroom. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
okay.
And different sizes.
Yeah.
But that would be the thing I probably would be most interested in. Although the one on Mesa, you're not in that area, so it'd be more, you'd know what I was talking about if you lived in Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been doing some things in Orlando. I'm familiar with it, but not as much as you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get out of Orlando.
It's growing so much, man. That's why I live in Daytona, because I'm like, even Daytona is growing so much. I'm like, man.
Oh, it has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's developments everywhere. I mean, they built that Buc-ee's, that Buc-ee's on International. What is it? Not International Speedway. And they built a Sam's Club there, and they built that whole shopping center. It used to only be the outlets. You remember that? It was just the outlets.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. And now they have that Buc-ee's there, and they have all kind of apartment complexes going up everywhere on that same road. So to get off on that exit, oh my goodness, you forget it. I mean, there's traffic all the way backed up past the airport going south and then going north both ways. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is very congested. So,
yep. Yep. I enjoy my condo on the river.
That's
I
right.
try not to leave any more than I have to be.
You got it. You got it. That's for sure. It is. You know, it's.
I'm
it's
right
amazing.
across from NASA,
Oh,
and I
that
have
is
a
fantastic.
grandson who works at NASA.
Oh, really? I stayed. Me and my family, we stayed right there at the Air Force Base because you know I'm Navy, so I was in the Navy, and so we
Oh,
have
you
access.
were?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. I just decided I like you. My husband was retired Air Force.
Oh, that is. We'll see. Kindred spirits. That is for sure. Yeah, the Navy was good to me. I love the Navy. It was.
How long were you in?
Well, I joined in 2009, and then recently, I just left last December. So,
okay.
So yeah, it was a while. I was active and then reserves, but they keep calling me. They're like, hey, you know, like you gotta come back, blah blah blah.
Yeah, they'll pay you all kinds of money to come back now.
They will. But I'm like, no, I'm just really busy because I'm doing, full-time real estate and stuff. So, but it is very tempting because I do miss it. I miss the camaraderie, I miss, I even miss deployment, believe it or not. I don't know why. Of course. It's so strange, because when you're in it, you're like, man, I hate being deployed. but then you come back and it's always great. I mean, I came back, my father unfortunately passed away this is in 2012. He passed away and I was in the Middle East and, the deployment was almost done. But, I said to my officers and stuff, I said, hey, I gotta go back. I gotta see my dad. Yeah. And I couldn't come back because just the mission that we were on, it was just, there was no way to get me out. That was just the bottom line. And so I missed it. I missed, I could have had about a month with him. Then I thought I was going to have 2 weeks with him. And I couldn't even make it to the funeral. Yeah, I remember.
You just never know about those kind of things, how long it's going to last and all that. My daughter was in the Air Force for about 12 years.
Wow.
I nearly killed her because she didn't stay in. But she was stationed primarily in England.
Whoa, yeah. Yeah, Air Force people, we always say Air Force people, they have the top notch of everything. Everything. I'm like, man, my
husband was Air Force, so he would have killed her if she'd gone anywhere else.
Oh yeah, for sure. Top of the line for everything. Navy folk, we're like, okay, whatever you guys don't want, we'll take it.
But then she got stationed in Minot, North Dakota. Why not Minot? And she hated it up there, freezing to death.
Wow. So how come she got out? I mean, that's incredible.
She was stationed in Minot, North Dakota.
That is why. Yeah, that is why. Yeah. She's like, I can't take it anymore. Oh, man.
Yeah, she was there for, she was in England for, I think, 8 years. And then she was in Minot for, 3 or 4. But her husband at the time was also in there. And some of his skills were, he was probably going to stay at Minot,
Oh, wow.
And she just...
So is he still in? Is he still in, the husband?
The husband, no, he retired. He's retired already.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you I'm 82.
Yeah.
My daughter is 60 now, so.
Oh, she is. Oh my goodness. Wow, you sound so young. That's amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't admit to it.
Well, you do. And it sounds like you have a wonderful family. I mean, military families, I'm telling you, it's we have something in common, that is for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got my number.
Yes,
Tell me your name again.
Ben, last name is Marks, Marks.
Okay. Ben Marks. Okay.
Yes,
yeah, you can't imagine how many people I talk to. Sometimes I block phone numbers all the time. And they just drive me crazy. I just, I just haven't. It's only recently I thought about even selling anything, but I have a couple of other things stuck around too. So I picked up some condos over here in the neighborhood I'm in. So that's.
Oh, I understand.
That's
Yeah.
That's enough to manage.
So I'll do this. I'll just
Okay.
send you a text message on this number with my name and everything. So that way you have it right there.
Okay. Okay, why don't you do that then?
You got
Okay.
it, Lois. Well,
Sounds good. Take
it's a
care now.
pleasure talking to you, and we'll talk next week, okay?
No, you're one of the few people I usually hang up immediately because I don't know where I'm going with it. But
Well,
in fact, I had just talked to my daughter yesterday about maybe selling the condo. So,
Oh, wow. Well, perfect timing. That is for sure.
okay, talk to you later.
You got it, ma'am.
Bye-bye
Have a
now.
good day. Thank you. Bye-bye. You know how many people tell me that all the time. That is why, my partners and stuff, they're like, Ben, you take the phone calls, you make the phone calls. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because it takes a lot of time. That's the thing. But a lot of people tell me that, hey, Ben, you're good on the phones. Hey, Ben, you're good on the phones. You're good on the phones. And she just told me that. So it's a huge compliment that people get to tell me that. I mean, somebody told me last week that they've been buying courses from these coaches and stuff, and it's very confusing. And because I guess a lot of people have some sort of an arrogance. Hey, I could do this and I got a ton of money and blah, blah. I don't. I'm like, hey, I'm just some Navy guy that former Navy, right? That just got into real estate. And you relate to people that way a lot more because a lot of the good buyers, good sellers, that they're long time landlords, like she is, her husband, and her family and stuff, military. So that is what's fantastic. I get to connect with these people, and you guys get to see it. And she just said some very key things. She said, number one, I like you because of the military background, right? So that's one thing. Number two, she said, I was just telling my daughter yesterday that I was thinking about selling the condos. And here you are calling me, So those are very, very key things. Anyway, at the beginning, she told me I'm not going to sell her finance, etc. But now I think she'd be open to that. So at least for a couple of years, let's have a balloon payment, 2-3 years, right? So I think she'd be open to it. Then I was thinking about something else that she had mentioned. She hung up. She's like, by this point, I would have hung up on you like at the beginning of the call, right? And so that is my opening. So if you're new to real estate and stuff, I'd like for you to really pay attention how I open every phone call, because this is not the first time that a seller tells me that they like me, right? They enjoy talking to me, and that it just takes a lot of time out of me. That's why I decided to make these videos so that I don't just lose time right into the ether, so that it's recorded and that it is useful to you, right? And it's useful also if if you're a partner and stuff, that you get to see how we make the phone calls and how we are respectful with people, and we are trying to find win-win situations. We're not trying to take advantage of people, so on and so forth. So that's the main reason why I do that. But more than anything, I think that being on the same level as these sellers, it really, really goes a long, long, long way. So now we have potentially here 5 condos. Okay. I know most people watch this call and say, oh, that's not a deal. How did you get a discount or whatever? But most of the deals I've been doing, that you've been watching on this channel, they start just like that. But we build rapport on top of that. And guess what? Eventually they start saying like, you know what? I was hell-bent on like not carrying financing on these. And lo and behold, I got to know you, and let's do it, right? Let's do it. 2, 3, 5 years. Okay, fine. Let's do that, right? So it is really a pleasure to talk to them, because they're so kind. She's so kind, and she's just a just a wonderful woman. It sounds like they have a great family. So, you know, we enjoy those conversations. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just some pointers there. I'm gonna make some notes now here. Let me see. This thing is not okay. I enjoyed my conversation with her, comma, her husband, who is now deceased, was in the Air Force, and then her daughter was in the Air Force, and her son-in-law was in the Air Force. Period. She lives now in Cocoa Beach near the Air Force Base there. She's right across the Space Center, period. New paragraph. So she's got 5 condos in 2 houses that I propose that we would buy the whole portfolio. She's most interested in selling the 5 condos first, but I think she would also sell the whole portfolio, period. So I'm just talking to my machine here. The rents for the condos are between $900 and $1,400 per month, comma, they are replacing a lot of electrical generators and stuff, period. The condos are smaller, 1 bedroom to 2 bedroom, period. So I said, why don't I call you back next week sometime and send her a text message so she has my information. Okay. All right, perfect. I like to make detailed notes because I get to just read them when I come back to them. Okay. I'm gonna text her. Pleasure. Oh, she's a real estate broker. She's a real estate broker and has been for 40 years in the Orlando area, comma, she's very knowledgeable in real estate in the area and a great resource. And I bet she's got fantastic connections as well. That's a currency, is connections. Okay. Pleasure. Reach back out next week. Then March. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now we move it. That's real estate, you guys. And with that, we are going to end this video. Move her to appointments. Appointment set. There we go. Boom. And she said, okay. She replied, 5 condos. So let's summarize what we accomplished today. We got 1 very distressed property, motivated seller. And then we got 1 portfolio of 5 condos, 2 houses just today. I think it's a good day, right? So we'll see you on the next video right now because it's on a playlist. See you then. Bye-bye. Give me a like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thanks. Bye-bye.